Bienvenue, moi je suis Louis Legendre, président de Centre-ville Moncton, representing downtown Centre-ville Moncton. It's been said that the very first requirement in realizing anything is to imagine it. So without further ado, let me introduce our first architect. EXP provides professional, technical, strategic services to the world built and natural environments in 6 key practice areas: buildings, earth and environment, energy, industrial infrastructure, and sustainability. Michel, c'est à toi.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to dream, l'opportunité de rêver. At EXP Architects, we envisioned the redevelopment of the former Highfield Square property into a multifunctional center as a unique urban opportunity to shape the downtown for years to come. The multi-event center, which is the main building, what we did is we put it in the center of this project and surrounded it. So essentially we hid it, because for us it's just one element in this whole development. At the end of the street, stage, concerts, kind of a semi-permanent stage. The platform could be removable, but everything around it, like sound and lights, would be permanent. So whenever there are events, small or big, it could happen on this pedestrian street. And again, we envisage a lot of shops and boutiques and a lot of carts and different things. You can see galleries around. This is a Main Street view. This is actually the entrance to the multifunctional center, but it's also the entrance to what we saw as a convention place. This is kind of in the residential courtyard. It would be accessible to public for children and leisure uses. We would have fountains that can be converted to skating ovals in winter. A lot of residential too. That keeps this place alive all the time, and we think that's important to keep this thing feasible. So that's our vision to what this thing could be.
Donc maintenant, j'inviterai Architect 4, Pierre Gallon. Architect 4 is a solid, progressive, and established full-service architectural practice.
Once upon a time, Highfield and Main was the intersection in Moncton. Our goal, our plans are to essentially re-establish Highfield and Main as the major intersection in downtown. Now we can cue the video. So here we are with an aerial view over the train station, over the tracks, approaching Highfield Square and approaching the event center. And as you can see along Main Street, we've reinforced Main Street's fabric. We've established store frontages, arcades, and maintained that streetscape. Here is our event center, and Highfield, the new Highfield Square, opens up to us as we travel across the Highfield intersection. And this is the shot of Weldon Street as it extends beyond Main Street towards the tracks. And now we're coming down on Highfield Street and into the new Highfield Square, with the event center entrances, the walkway coming from south of the tracks, and looking up the extension of Weldon Street here to this particular corner of the complex, which would be a 3-story convention-style facility with terrace on top, and backing off to view from a distance. So essentially that's the walk around what our project intends to do. That's our effort, and we hope you've enjoyed that one as well.
In April 2008, Carole Nadeau joined the team and became co-owner and partner, consequently changing the name to Nadeau, Soucy, Ellis Architects.
Well, the first question I asked myself when I got this project was, how do I express an architectural type from Moncton? I walked down Main Street and I was trying to figure out, how do I bring a little bit of Moncton into this architecture? Moncton as a transportation hub, railway, speed technology. So I took a little bit of that speed technology. What I saw in that was the use of steel, the use of glass. We've got 4 stories of building, and the first 2 stories is for the people. We've got little cafes, bistro areas, 20 feet from the sidewalk, so you have space to sit down and actually start filtering through the building. This is looking at the other side of Highfield Street, looking at the retail area going into the plaza. This is also on the side of the gateway, and up top you can see the condos. We've got 2 stories of condos on that side. This is a view of the entrance of the arena from one of the condos, so you can imagine yourself standing on one of your condos and looking at some of the activities happening in the square. This is the last view. This is a bird's eye view of the whole complex. That's what it is.
I'd like Raven as the owner and president of Architect 2000. Raven, the floor is yours, sir.
I was going to make a joke about being saving the best for last, but such spectacular work, obviously I can't even make that claim. So with the big picture and the base program in our minds, we developed this vision. It can be broken out into 6 features, which are highlighted on this plan. The first being there's the stadium, the Galleria, 3, the 4 corners, the mixed-use development, the multimodal transit hub, and the urban park, as we call it. The stadium, you'll see that we angled the building more parallel to the tracks with the idea of creating a much more expansive Main Street plaza to allow for gathering and, for instance, queuing during main events. This iconic structure, which we were trying to create, would be a downtown destination. People would be drawn to come here. The second component is the Galleria. This is a 2.5-story indoor linear mall stretching across the site and anchored at each end by the main entrances into the complex. The next item is the 4 corners. This main intersection establishes a west end gateway for the main street and a new gateway to the south, to the waterfront and the new bridge. Number 4 is the mixed-use development, and basically we have the eastern half of this entire site can be that would be linked to the stadium complex, but also to create a commercial and retail podium on the ground level and complete with public amenities, and then a residential and office towers above that. Number 5 is the multimodal transit hub, and this is an idea that with the available land that's on the other side of the tracks, this is an opportunity to create a multimodal transit hub. Also, a lot of what we've been talking about, the Plan Moncton, where we'd relocate the train station. We'd have a commercial bus station, which is lacking right now, a car park, and a SkyTrain shuttle, which is a bit of a futuristic idea, but it would basically be take short north-south and east-west routes to bring people short distances, and from the 800-meter radius that people can park, and then take the shuttle to this event center. The last feature here is the urban park, and here we have created an urban recreational park as an outdoor event center. And it can take place with a covered stage, an amphitheater that we're showing here. So in conclusion, we feel we've created a festive, integrated urban atmosphere which will attract people to live, work, and play here, establishing a new model for future development towards realizing the Moncton downtown vision. Thank you.
I have to say I'm quite surprised today because I expected to come here and have a few of my friends from the media here, and I thought it would last about 10 minutes. We'd have a coffee and go home. And what a group here today! This is truly amazing, and I'm so happy and so pleased to see all of you here today. So welcome. It's so nice to see you. That keeps bouncing around in my head here today after seeing this, and I can recall. And one of our presenters said, you know, how Highfield Street and Main Street historically was the center of our city. It was the main gateway to our downtown. And I can recall when I was younger, much younger actually, that I worked at Highfield Square, and I used to stand on that corner of Highfield and Main Street, and I used to put the letters up on the marquee for the movies that were coming. And so in my imagination, I think of being back there someday soon and putting the letters up that say, "Coming soon to Moncton." The imagined Centre Imaginé. How's that? Thank you so much for being here.